it was the spring of 76, and I had called Steve Jobs up to ask how he was doing. And he goes, well, we've got a little computer project going here. And I said, what are you doing? They didn't even have a name for it. It was before it was called the Apple. It was just this computer. And Woz's whole motivation was to make a hobby kit out of it and just give it away to the Homebrew Computer Club.
Welcome to the show. Our topic today is technology and health. Our world has changed dramatically, especially in the technological arena. Terms like AI, artificial intelligence, big data, quantified self, machine learning have become a part of our everyday language. But what does it all mean to us? And how can these technologies improve our daily lives and our health? To discuss this and much more, we have invited our technological trailblazer, Daniel Kottke. Thank you for joining us today, Daniel.
Thank you. The technological arena.
And you're the technological trailblazer, which is true. You have become quite a celebrity these days, Daniel.
You think so?
Your captivating life intertwines with the very fabric of technological history. You were a college friend of Steve Jobs and one of the very first employees of Apple after its original co-founders, and you remain a personal friend of Steve Wozniak. And in 1976, you helped assemble and test the very first Apple I computer boards at the Steve Jobs' parents' garage as a part-time employee of early Apple startup. You were also portrayed in the documentaries Steve Jobs, The Man in the Machine, and a few feature films, Pirates of the Silicon Valley and Jobs, as well as mentioned in the autobiography of Steve Jobs by Walt Isaacson. Impressive. Your friendship with Steve dates back to 1972, as I found out, which is quite a long time ago, when you met at Reed's College. And 2 years later, you went on a spiritual pilgrimage to India together. What an interesting journey. Would you mind telling us more about it? And what was this pursuit about?
When you go off to college as a freshman, I traveled all the way across the country to go to Reed. It's a special time of life. So I met many people in my first weeks at college. Steve was not, I met him in the first few weeks. A guy that I had met the first day lived in the same dorm as Steve, and his name was Lawrence. And then I ran into Lawrence a few weeks later, and he said, hey, you should come over to my dorm and meet this guy, Steve. He's interesting.